Showtime.
All right, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. At this time, I'll call the Personnel Committee for Crow Wing County, Monday, January 4th, 2021 to order. And Mel, if you will give us the staff update and personnel actions.
I will. And Commissioners and Chairman, we do have a couple visitors today at the meeting. First is, he is not here yet in the audience, but it will be Captain Gallus. He'll be giving a blade update and just wanted you to, so if he walks in the door and I don't see him, somebody give me a sign or something.
Okay.
So just a...
Rosemary has now joined us. Good morning, Rosemary.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Rosemary, Commissioner. So just, Rosemary, I don't know if that you heard this, but we will have a couple visitors today. First, it's Captain Gallus from our Sheriff's Office going to be giving a blade update. He has not arrived in the room yet. And then later on in our meeting, we will have our attorney, Susan Hansen from Gallanter, Madden, and Hansen joining us to give a closed session update on a labor negotiations update for you. And so just a quick staff update. We don't have a lot of things because actually this is the first meeting of the year, but I did want to share with you since, 2020 was kind of a monumental year with COVID-19, obviously, and I just thought it would be just interesting for you to know how many of our employees were impacted by COVID and just some of the different leave strategies that we were able to offer to them. We had 30 associates that we know of and that were confirmed and reported to us. We had 30 associates report test positive for COVID. That means that they had to, take a leave for that, or they had to work from home, or they had to quarantine. And then, and that's out of 485 associates. So, less than 10% of our population got impacted personally by that COVID. Now, their family members or somebody that they were associated with could have had COVID as well. Employees that took advantage or needed that emergency sick leave pay that was authorized through the FFCRA, or that Families First Corona Response Act that ended on 12/30 of last year, were 57 employees. That was a little over 2,564 hours that were used. And the average amount of leave time that somebody took was 45 hours approximately. So they were eligible for up to 80, but they averaged about 45 hours. And then the total cost to that, which falls underneath the reimbursement for the CARES Act, was just over $71,000 that will be reimbursable to us as a county. And then child care leave, this is where an employee maybe was not able to work at all from home and needed to take care of a child that their schools closed, or that they had other needs to care for a child because of a daycare situation or a school closure. And that was 14 employees that utilized that type of leave for approximately 698 hours, averaging about 49 hours or so that they took at a total cost of $17,728. So a significant relief to those employees to be eligible for those leaves that were enacted through that federal law. We don't have any updates as of this morning if the federal government will be expanding that law again or extending it. I haven't heard this morning, but watch that very closely. So I thought that was an interesting, some stats to hopefully put COVID behind us very soon. So any questions on that?
No, but I think we skated through this reasonably well.
We have.
Certainly with the reimbursement from the feds, that's taken a big load off from us. So
Right.
hopefully going forward, we don't have a
Yeah, knock on wood.
bad experience.
And if we do have an employee that does experience COVID-related illnesses as we get into 2021, there are additional leave types that somebody would be eligible, whether it's under the normal FMLA leave, if they don't have accrued PTO, that would be the desired type of leave that they would have to use. There's also PTO donation bank that we have some hours in, as well as they'd be eligible to do unpaid leaves as well, up to so many days. So we'll take care of those associates as best we can, but know that that leave ended, so, which we communicated to our employees.
All right.
Okay.
Any questions?
No questions.
Commissioner Coring, Commissioner Franzine?
No
Mr. Chairman,
questions, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, no questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel.
You're very welcome. And then let's move to personnel actions. We just have one action on there. It's a hire for a social worker. This is a 2021 position. As you recall, there were 4 positions in the budget that were approved for 2021. 2 were social workers for our community services area. 1 was an evidence tech in records type person for the sheriff's office, which we have not yet posted. That will be posted soon. And then in our county attorney's office, they will be hiring a legal assistant for his team. So, and that's not posted yet as well. But one of the social worker positions was filled internally with an internal transfer, and then one was an external hire. And the one that's on your personal actions is an external hire starting today.
Say, Mel,
Yeah.
I think when it comes to this hiring as we're going forward, I think we need to be cautious,
Sure.
you know, in regards to those. And I think maybe we should make sure that we kind of go back and reassess and review
Sure.
to make sure that the need is still there, depending on
Absolutely.
how this all is fluctuated out with COVID and everything else we have going.
Yep. We will certainly do that.
Okay.
All right, let me see here. And is Captain Gallus? Nope, he's not here. Okay. So we're just, we'll move to the first closed session. And which, do you want me to say, or did you want to?
You can go ahead and say it.
Okay, all right. So I don't know how you want me to announce it. Do you just want me to announce it?
Just why
Okay.
we're closing, and I'll,
Okay, we're going to go into closed session now pursuant to the Minnesota Chapter 13D. The first closed session will be personal health data pursuant to statute 13D.05, subdivision 2, letter A, number 3.
And I would look for a motion at this time to go into closed session.
I would so move.
Commissioner Brecken makes a motion to go into closed session. Second by Commissioner Hoag.
Second.
Darcy, if you would call the roll call, please.
Second from Paul Coring.
I had a second from Commissioner Hoag, Commissioner Coring,
Oh,
so
okay.
we're going for roll call now.
Commissioner Hoag,
Aye.
Commissioner Brecken,
Aye.
Commissioner Franzine,
Aye.
Commissioner Coring,
Aye.
Commissioner Barrows.
Chair votes aye. We are now in closed session, and we will have to go around